Right, buddy, in this video we're going to be doing the 5 things we learned from Manchester United's slight victory over Viktoria Plzen. We'll be talking about players I thought struggled, Onana and much more Ruben Amorim. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. And let's get straight into it. The first thing we learned, AMAD is class. I think AMAD was the best player on the pitch yesterday by a mile. I think his performance from minute 1 to minute 90 was absolutely fantastic. And I think he is one of our best creators at the club. Where he played him right wing back in number 10 position, he still has a very good performance. Now, in that first 60, let's be honest, the team wasn't great. But I think AMAD as an individual was absolutely fantastic. And on commentary, they were talking about how good his performance was. I thought he was absolutely quality. From, as I said, minute 1 to minute 90, he ran, had a great shot, a great goal. And you look at what we've seen from AMAD this season, it's been absolutely fantastic. Now, the fact that he started the game, would that mean he's on the bench for the game against Man City? We'll have to wait and see about that. But I think Amorim will change the team up against Man City, but I'll talk about that in the preview. But I'm very happy with AMAD's performances. I think he's been absolutely quality for Manchester United. And there's a shame Ten Hag didn't give him his chance. As I said, he's got like the 3rd most assists in the league. And he's becoming a really impactful player under Ruben Amorim. And he still only is young. With his contract running out, I'm sure Manchester United will want to kind of extend that. But his game yesterday was absolutely quality. So sharp on the ball, so quick, so versatile. And yeah, he's moving very good. So the first thing we learned, AMAD is class. The second thing, Amorim's frustration. Amorim is going to be obviously frustrated with the way that Manchester United played, is obvious. The way that we played yesterday was nowhere near enough to the standard that we've seen Manchester United do. It lacked intensity, quality, and ultimately it lacked ambition. And I think you look at what Manchester United have done in the last couple of seasons in Europe. I mean, it was our first win away from Europe in 20 months. Amorim will obviously be happy with that, but be very frustrated by the individual mistakes again creeping in. The fact that the second balls he talked about, we're not winning them. It's those little things that will frustrate Amorim. And yes, he hasn't had a lot of time to train, but ultimately those are the things you should be getting done. Those are the things that should be getting done correctly. And ultimately they're not. The sloppy things, giving away ball in possession, first touch off. The intensity was poor, and I think it was very difficult. Now, the third thing we learned, Rashford struggled. With all the media going on at Rashford at the moment, he just can't seem to catch a break. Rashford, you're looking at him yesterday, just didn't look confident at all. And when you get confidence is obviously a big thing in football. Rashford's biggest asset is when he's confident. That's when he can really be a top player. With Rashford, when he's not confident, he doesn't look sharp. He looks out, like, he just doesn't look ready for it. And I think the way that he played was very poor yesterday. As I said, it was lack of intensity, lack of quality, lack of purpose. And Rashford's a player, listen, I like him a lot. He's been at the club for 10 seasons now, I think it is, since the age of 7, and been in the first team. But many Manchester United fans are losing his patience with Rashford based on the fact that he just doesn't look arsed in any of the games. He doesn't look like he gives a toss. And being from Manchester, playing for Manchester United must mean everything. And Rashford can say how much it does mean to him, but in the performance, it's very poor. Now, I don't think the system does suit him. We tried him in the number 9, it doesn't work. I don't think the inside forward role suits him. He was trying to get in behind. The ball wasn't really getting to him. Would we try him as a wing-back? We've seen Amorim try Garnacho as a wing-back in that last 25, I think it was, against Plzen. Would he do the same against, obviously it won't be against Man City, but could that be a position with Rashford? I mean, what we've criticised Rashford for is not working hard, not tracking back. That's ultimately something you have to do a lot in that wing-back role. But I think with tight congested, you need players like an AMAD who's low centre of gravity, can really control the ball and get around with it, and that's ultimately something Rashford cannot do, unfortunately. So it's all about finding the best position for him. And yeah, listen, he did really struggle, to be honest with you. Now, the fourth thing, Onana, poor. I think not like, yes, the mistake was poor, but I think his overall distribution, I think he elbowed Casemiro in the ribs. Onana's performance was very poor, and Amorim talked about in his press conference for the Man City game, which was post-match against Plzen, about he needs to protect Onana. Onana saved us a lot, and it's all about when Onana's struggling really hard now, and that's something I ultimately agree with. I think Onana is a very good goalkeeper. He has looked shaky, but you have to look at the grand scheme of things. He's been one of the best keepers in the league for a while now, and his quality has been absolutely fantastic. Yes, he had a poor mistake yesterday, and I don't think he should have passed it to De Ligt. He had 3 players around him. Should have just hoofed it long. One of the times he should have actually hoofed it long. He didn't. And that's ultimately it, man. Listen, we've been there to praise Onana. We've criticised him when we need to. It's time to give him that time. It's a big game against Man City. We're hoping he doesn't make any mistakes that will cost us the game, because individual mistakes have massively cost Manchester United in the last couple of weeks. but it will be very certainly interesting. But yeah, the fourth thing we learned, Onana. The fifth and final thing we learned, Bruno is our creator. Now, Bruno Fernandes, listen, whether he plays as number 6, number 8, you play him in defence, you play him in wing back, play him in number 10, false 9. He gives 100% for the team. And even when it is going tough, listen, he had a very, very good game yesterday. I didn't like the fact that he was trying the long balls over the top. But certainly in the Europa League, we were playing, no offence, lesser teams. We can afford to play Bruno in the number 8 role. I think in that first half, he was very, very good. He was very compact, very sharp. Great assist for the HOJLUND goal. It was a very difficult pass to make. It's a pass that looked very, very good. And I think Bruno, for me, is one of those players where, regardless if he's on form, off form, he will continue to provide goals and assists. And that's something that Bruno does a lot for this Manchester United team. He's a very confident player. He's the captain of the club. He's also a leader. But I think his performance yesterday was fantastic. I also thought Mason Mount was actually very good when he came on. I think the subs did massively change the game as well for Ruben Amorim. So, listen, they are the 5 things we learned. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new. We're going to move on to the big game against Man City. So thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Stay tuned as always. That was the 5 things we learned. Manchester United beat Viktoria Plzen, and it's looking like we're going to qualify for the Europa League knockout stage. Thanks for watching. Peace.